Good morning everybody and welcome back, or maybe you're new here. If you are, I'm Taylor and I work on a dairy farm in Maine, and I just do videos about life as a dairy farmer. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, please don't forget to like and subscribe because that does help us out a lot. The mowing machine's making some weird noises over here. This morning I'm out mowing. It's about 9:30 right now. I've been out here for about an hour. So we're finally having 2 good days of weather, so we're trying to get things done as fast as we can. However, the ground is really wet, so we're pretty much doing the only field we can actually get in. You can see over here, I did make a little bit of a rut. Nothing bad. It's definitely not as wet as it was. It did dry out a lot yesterday because it was pretty nice yesterday. This is decent grass. It's not great by any means. It's gone past. We're just really late in the year. We would have usually already been done haying like 2 weeks ago. I've gotten this section here done. You can't really see it from here, but I do have, there's strips in between these rows of corn that we just keep as grassland. Because it just helps with erosion and stuff. So we have this strip, and there's a strip on the other side of that corn over there. So we have 3 strips to do. I've already been down this one over here one time. I've gone around the outside edge of it, and it doesn't seem wet at all, so we should be okay. But this last one is the wettest one, so we'll see how that is once we get up in there. A lot of you guys have been asking why I go around the field on the outside edge and mow that first. Just the way Brent taught me to do it. Brent is my boss, by the way, if you're new here. He just taught me how to do it that way. The reasoning is if you go around that direction first, the opposite direction, and you mow your outside edge, which we also have to do because of the corn, because you can't obviously mow the other direction because you'd run over the corn because it's a side mower instead of a center pivot. The reason that we do it like that, even when we can go the opposite direction, is just because if you do it that direction, then when you come back around when you're mowing the right way that you should be, it stands up the grass that you drove over. And if you were to do it the opposite direction, it would just lay it back down instead of standing it up and cutting it really well. So I hope that made sense to you guys. This is always really light right here because it's kind of high ground with weird sandy soil, so it just doesn't grow that well. But got a lot of clover in it. So we are gonna wrap this. Usually we like to do it in dry hay because it does make beautiful dry hay. It doesn't really look like we're gonna have any weather to do that, so we're gonna wrap it while we have the chance. We have today and tomorrow, which aren't supposed to rain, and then the day after that is definitely supposed to rain, so we gotta get it done. So what we're gonna do is, instead of tethering this out, we are gonna just bale it in the rows it's in because it does make a really nice bale as long as it's pretty thick grass, which this is. It should make decent bales and they should wrap just fine. It's really beautiful right here. There's like a nice breeze. Hoping to get it done by tomorrow afternoon at the latest. So we don't get it rained on because we had that happen in a couple videos back, and it just doesn't make as good feed. It kind of bleaches it out a little bit when it does rain. Also, a lot of you guys had been asking about the 1066. Sorry I didn't update you in the last video. So it's not fixed yet. We don't really know what's going on. We've been trying to call the mechanic and he just hasn't gotten back to us, so we're not sure what actually is going on, but it isn't fixed yet. So we're just making do without it right now. And it's going fine. We really don't miss it all that much until something happens to one of our other tractors. But anyway, I gotta get back on the Kubota. Not really sure why my lights are on, but so I've just been listening to the radio. I do have ear protection in, so if I'm yelling at you guys, I'm sorry. You can't really hear the radio that well with these on, so it's probably like blaring. Probably everybody can hear the radio from a mile away. Not much is new with us. We really haven't gotten anything done just because it's been so nasty lately and raining. I hope you guys out in the Midwest watching are finally getting some rain because I know it's been really dry for you guys. So I hope you're getting some of that rain. It should take me about 2 hours to do this, so let's get going. The grass is pretty thick right now, so I'm just mowing it in third with the button off. In the slow gear, you can see I just put it back because apparently I already had it there. There we go. Put it in that slow turtle speed there. Pardon all the dirt and dust. The mowing machine looks terrible. It's just so late in the year that there's so much pollen on everything and seeds and stuff that everything is completely dirty. We're gonna have to pressure wash everything at the end of the season. So apologies for that. So like I said, we put it in third. I rev it up a little bit. Take the parking brake off, obviously. Turn on the PTO. mow down this other edge. You can see it's just a little bit wet in this one. Look at the puddle over there, it's like a small lake. But it's not too bad so far. I haven't made any major ruts. It's really not a big deal, but it doesn't really matter anyway because we really have to get it done at this point. As long as we don't get stuck, then we're gonna do it. So you guys can see that this stuff in the second one is pretty tall, pretty good looking. Even though it is gone by, it's all headed out, and it's gonna dry really fast when it's all stemmy like that. That's really why we didn't want to tether it out, is because it's gonna dry really fast since most of the stem is already dry. We want to keep it in a row where all that moisture is just kind of contained in that row from all the green second crop that's coming up down through the middle. That should keep it pretty wet. That and the fact that there's not a whole lot of sun, it's starting to peak out, but it's supposed to be cloudy by afternoon and it's already like 10 o'clock, so it'll go away pretty soon, so we won't have to worry about it drying out too much. But so I'm gonna mow down this edge now, like I was saying. If you're gonna hit a rock, it's gonna be on the edge of the corn. So I do take my ear protection out and try to keep a really close eye on this edge here, just so I can see any rocks that maybe are gonna mess the mowing machine up. You can't see all of them, so sometimes you do hit them, but it does help to not have your ear protection in so that you can lift the mower right off if you do hear it hitting a rock. I do also put it in a slower gear. I usually leave the button on when I'm mowing on these edges, just to make it a little slower, just to give me a little bit more reaction time. So just stopped to set the camera up and look at the hundreds of grasshoppers that are all over the mowing machine. They're everywhere. And I hate grasshoppers. right, so we're all done. This is what it's looking like. I did find a couple wet spots in this last strip here, which it was so thick and wet that I ended up having to put it in second, and I mowed most of it in second, but I didn't make too many ruts. It's pretty wet right through here. I did make one over here and one over on that edge, but you can see it's pretty wet right through here. So but all in all, it went really well, and we've been really lucky because as much rain as we've had, it should be a lot wetter than this. I want to show you guys over here. We do have a 15 to 20 acre piece over here. It goes all the way back toward the woods and all the way down that way that we can't even get at because it's usually wet. So now it's just like standing water through the whole thing. It's supposed to be pretty decent next week, I think. So hopefully with any luck, we will be able to get that then. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the farm now. We're gonna tinker on a few things, just fix some stuff while we have some time. So thank you guys so much for riding along with me. I hope you guys had fun. If you did, please don't forget to like and comment down below and hit that notification bell so you know when any new videos are being posted. Keep it real, keep farming, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.